Okay. Got my phone here. Well, hello and welcome to the BFTAA and More show. I am your host, Louis George Walker, and coming to you from my remote location right now. I had some running around to do and didn't get down to the studio, so I wanted to bring you the show from home. Although the update of the program that I'm using right now doesn't seem to be working right for me, at least as far as me hearing what's going out. I'm going to have to bring it up on my Facebook myself to see what I sound like because I don't know if this is getting out to you or not. Okay, I can hear it, so I guess I am working okay. That's a good thing. All right, so welcome to the BFTAA and More show, coming from the remote location of my basement right now. But I'd like to welcome you. This is George Walker, and you're listening to KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community radio station, broadcasting usually from the KUAW studios at 4510 East Linwood Boulevard in Kansas City, Missouri. But we're coming from home today. I had to go get my COVID vaccine, and it did a few other little running around things, so I wasn't able to get down to the studio today, but that's okay. We're going to broadcast from here. This is a project of the Black Family Technology Awareness Association and the WEB Du Bois London Center, who came together to form this radio, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. We call it KUAW. So we're going to be broadcasting, giving you information going on in the technology world, things that are going on in the community, and just all around technology updates. One of the things that we do all the time, every week, is give you what's going on at NASA. So we're definitely going to start this one off the same way as we do every week, and let you hear what's going on this week at NASA. So stay tuned, and here it comes.
The cause of a Christmas Eve quake on Mars, super sources of climate warming greenhouse gas, and images of Earth from a passing spacecraft. A few of the stories to tell you about this week at NASA. A strong Mars quake recorded by our InSight lander on December 24, 2021, was caused by a massive meteoroid strike that excavated boulder-sized chunks of ice from the Martian surface. Evidence of this is seen in before and after images of the impact site from our Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. The mission on the International Studying the Effects of Mineral Dust on Our Climate has also identified over 50 super-emitter sources of methane on Earth. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas that can trap heat in our atmosphere. Our Lucy spacecraft took this shot of Earth on the right and the Moon on the far left as the spacecraft approached Earth for a recent flyby and gravity assist maneuver. Lucy is on its way to visit Jupiter's Trojan asteroids. NASA participated in the 15th Werner von Braun Symposium October 26th through 28th in Huntsville, Alabama. The annual event is an opportunity for space industry leaders and colleagues to convene, connect, and collaborate with each other. That's what's up this week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, follow us on the web at nasa.gov/twan.
All right. So that's what's going on this week at NASA. Where am I at here? All right, there we go. Hey, glad to be back with you. Yes, I've got to work on my remote studio to make it as efficient as the studio that we normally use, but we're going to get that together. We're putting things together so that we'll be able to broadcast from remote places, and I'd like to be able to do it from Kwanzaa this year if I am able to. Want to let you know that I did go get my COVID booster. I think this is the fourth or fifth shot. I don't know how many of them I had. But I don't know if a lot of you listening are of the COVID booster camp or not, but I am. So I have gotten the shots as they asked, so that I can be protected from it. Some people that I know have gotten the shot and got COVID. Some I know haven't gotten the shot and got COVID. I think that I'll err on the side of caution and go ahead and get the shot. So that's what I was doing earlier today, which took away a little bit of my time of getting things prepared and set up here. But if you haven't gotten your booster and you do get the booster shots, now would be a good time to see about getting that, as we're getting the winter upon us along with the flu shot. If you're a person that does take the flu shot, now is the time to do that. So just want to let you know that that is something that I do personally. I know a lot of people that go back and forth with it, so I'm not telling you you have to or you don't have to. This is what I did. Also, like to talk to you a little bit about getting ready to vote. Open voting here in Kansas City, Missouri, and in Kansas City, Kansas, to Kansas and Missouri. Early voting has already started, so you can go vote early if you would like to. This is a good thing. Don't have to come up with any excuses. Back in the old days, used to have to say if you were going out of town or had to work or something like that. But you can just go and early vote. Contact your local election commission and find out where you can do your early voting, and you can go ahead and avoid the crowds and the rush that will be on next week on November the 8th when the main election starts. So hopefully you'll go out and get that done, because we all should vote. We should exercise our rights as citizens of these United States and cast your vote. So please do that. If you don't do anything else, make sure that you get out and vote. So that's a lot of things going on here. Another thing that we have, we're getting ready for our Kwanzaa celebration. So as the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, we've had tables at Kwanzaa all but last year, because we were just coming out of the pandemic. So the 2 years that they did virtual and last year, we didn't have a table, but we're planning on having a table at Kwanzaa. We hope that you would come down and visit with us. If you like what we're doing at the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, we'd like for you to come down and visit with us. Tell us about it. We also will be accepting donations. If you want to support the organization, come down and let us know that you support us, and some of the members will be down there, and we will definitely be able to take your donations. And you can donate to the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, as well as KUAW Radio, 24/7, 365 online. If you go to our website, www.kuaw.org or www.bftaa.org. Either of those, there's a box up in the left-hand corner that says donate now. You can click on that. You can use your credit card and make the donations. We would really appreciate that. We need the help. We need the support from the community. We're working with our robotics teams. We've already got kids and they're started building. If you saw some of my posts on our Facebook page, we've got a great group of kids that are enthusiastic. Sometimes the coaches say they got a lot of energy for the little ones, but we've got a great group of people that are working with the young people also, and trying to get some things built and ready for competitions. The Lego competition is going to be coming up in December. And the Vex one will be, well, we're going to see how many we can get in as the robots get built, because we can go to more than one competition in Vex. So if you still have a child that would like to get involved in the robotics program, we would definitely be glad to have you, have your child come in and get involved. You can contact us. Go to our website, as once again, www.bftaa.org. And you can, in the middle of the page, it says enroll your child in our robotics program or our technical program. Click on that link. It'll take you to a form that you can fill out, and you can enroll your child, and we can work with you about getting into the classes and getting them caught up with where the kids are now. So we would hope that if you would like to get your child in, it's getting late, so the kids are already started working. We need to get your child in this week, if possible, as soon as possible, enroll your children in the program. We're also going to keep giving you some of the information that we get from NASA. One of the other things that we usually do from NASA is a program called Space to Ground. So right now we're going to go to Space to Ground, and you can see some of the things that's happening with the space station that's orbiting the Earth right now, and from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. So stay tuned, sit back, and we're going to go into Space to Ground.
Welcome to Space to Ground. I'm Shaniqua Vereen. This week, the science continues and so much progress on the International Space Station. On Tuesday, October 25th, the unpiloted Progress 82 cargo craft launched on a Soyuz rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. The Progress spacecraft docked to the space-facing side of the Poise module 2 days later on Thursday, October 27th, bringing almost 3 tons of supplies to the crew. This week, the astronauts aboard the space station got a little help on inventory. JAXA astronaut Koichi Wakata conducted the RFID-enabled Autonomous Logistics Management 2, or RFID Recon, for inventory. Wakata used an Astrobee robotic free flyer to identify RFID-tagged cargo on the station to determine its presence and location in order to help the crew find items quickly and efficiently. RFID tags are similar to barcodes, except they are electronic, do not require line of sight, and are able to respond through wireless communication. Although RFID has been used effectively on Earth for over a decade, uses have been primarily in the area of supply chain logistics at the box and pallet levels. Precise item level tracking and localization and machine interaction utilizing RFID are still in early stages but are rapidly beginning to infiltrate institutions such as retail and commercial avionics. The mission of the International Space Station is multifaceted, with scientific research and exploration at the forefront. But one of the major duties that astronauts take part in is to inspire.
What advice would you give to elementary school students who want to be astronauts?
Inspiration is a core mission of NASA. Astronauts aboard the space station regularly take part in scheduled events during their time in orbit to inspire future generations to explore, learn, and build a better future. Educational events with schools around the world help students to engage in the study of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Along with on-orbit interviews with media and institutions, the space station serves as humanity's outpost in the quest to explore. We invite you to follow us as we continue to explore the secrets of the universe for the benefit of all. We have a wealth of information online. At ISS_research on Twitter is a great place to start. That's Space to Ground for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right. So that was Space to Ground. And I tell you, that's kind of interesting the way her voice was changed in there and stuff. So, yeah, but those are the things that we have going on up in space and all right now. So I hope that you check out NASA. Go to their website and check out the National Aeronautics and Space Administration and their all the things that they're doing. They have some great games and experiments that you can do with your child to keep them brushed up on the things that are going on in science and technology. They've got even things that you can learn and study from. So it's something for the whole family at nasa.gov. So just go to www.nasa.gov and you can spend a lot of time there. There's a lot of things that you can do and learn. So yeah, we're glad that you guys are listening to us today. We hope that you're taking advantage of it. One of the things that I did notice also is that there's going to be some chances now for digital access. There's a lot going on about them getting digital access in and around the country and into the areas that aren't normally reached, sometimes in the urban core, sometimes in rural areas. Well, there's going to be a chance to talk to people about that investment in broadband and digital services going on around the Kansas City area. I wanted to make you aware of it. The Mid-America Regional Council is going to be holding some listening sessions starting day after tomorrow. That'll be Wednesday, from 12:30 in the afternoon till 2:30 at the Mid-Continent Public Library, the Grandview branch, um, at 12930 Booth Lane. So if you'd like to get some information about that, you might want to go there and talk with the people from the Mid-America Regional Council about digital access, because a lot of times in our communities, they don't have access or there's not the bandwidth that we need. We want to make sure that we get the information into the ears of those that are in charge of making this happen. So the state of Missouri is expected to receive more than $500 million through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, the Broadband Equity Access, and the Deployment Program for the Digital Equity Act program. The funds from these two programs will be used to implement the state's new Connecting All Missourians initiative. So you want to help them, give them some ideas of what we need. If it's more wireless connections within the city, if there's some county-owned or state-owned wireless centers that you want to see built, this is the time to talk about it. If we're getting 5G, do we want to make that available in the urban core? Do we want to make that available in rural areas that wirelessly they can get good connections and high speeds that you could do with these funds? Also, do we need more classes? Do we need more training for people? All of that can be brought up. So when you go there, that's what they're going to do. The funds from those two programs are going to be used to implement the state's new Connecting All Missourians initiative. Both topics are on the agenda as state officials travel to hear from Missourians about how this money should be spent. So this input will be incorporated into the state's plans for the BEAD program, which is Broadband Equity Access and Deployment, and DEA funds. So that's stuff that we're going to do. Representatives from Missouri's Broadband Office and the University of Missouri will share information on their planning so far, including measures local communities can take now to prepare themselves for this round of funding opportunities. So the state wants to hear from attendees about the situation in their region, the specific challenges faced by residents who struggle to access the internet, and the local resources, strategies, and know-how that can be used to overcome them. So those are millions of dollars that are getting ready to be spent in the state of Missouri for broadband initiatives and development that we need to be listening to or attuned to. There are going to be two sessions. One is going to be Wednesday at the Mid-Continent Library in Grandview. The other is going to be Thursday, November the 3rd, at the Mid-Continent Public Library in Liberty, Missouri, at 1665 South Withers Road in Liberty, Missouri. So those are ones you can go to. You need to register in advance. If you want to find out about it, be sure and go to the Mid-America Regional Council site, or let's see if they've got any more. Or you can send an email or text, email or Facebook to KUAW, and we'll send you the information that we have, because they do have a thing you've got to register. I got an email from the Mid-America Regional Council. I would forward it to you. There's no problem there. So if you want to be involved or want to find out about the funding that's getting ready to go out, and that the state is going to be getting these millions of dollars to work on broadband and digital access services, then you need to be ready for it and to show up. Grandview, the Mid-Continent Library, 12:30 to 2:30, November the 2nd, and in Liberty, Missouri, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. So that's two locations where you can talk with those. It says, along with the BEAD and DEA funding, the American Rescue Plan brought an additional $265 million in broadband funding to the state. So OBD is currently reviewing applications for projects under this round of funding. That's the Office of Broadband Development. And you can reach them if you go to broadband@ded.mo.gov. You can also get the Mid-America Regional Council at 816-474-4240, or email them at info at marc.org. So you can find out more about these funds, about the broadband initiatives that's going on. If you know someone who has an organization, a nonprofit, or a for-profit business that's about getting broadband internet into the communities, then now's the time to tell them to start getting with the state to find out the opportunities that are going to be available for this. So we don't want to work just on the things going on in space, but we want to go with what's going on right now, right here. And your voice matters. They need to hear from you. So that's some things that we want to do. We're constantly checking at those different meetings that go on. It says, I've got another letter that says that the broadband office is going to have meetings in Cass, Clay, Jackson, Platte, and Ray County. So there's going to be a lot of meetings all over the place. And you need to get to those. If you live in any of those areas here in the state of Missouri, you may want to find out about that. The two offices that we were talking about were the ones close around here, which is the Liberty area and the Grandview area. That's going to evidently cover Kansas City. It doesn't look like they have a separate meeting going on in this round. And this was sent out just today. The Missouri State Broadband Office to host digital access meetings. So that's the place I want to go. I plan on being at one. I'll probably try and get to the one in Liberty if I don't make the one in Grandview on Wednesday and get this information so that I can pass it on to you and to any interested party. So we want to definitely stay in touch with those things that are going on. We also like to say that you want to get your kids involved in STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There are a lot of different programs going on in Kansas City, run through schools, through private organizations. All you have to do is reach out. There's Facebook posts that you can get to. The Black community in the Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas area, we have a Facebook page for getting in touch with each other. So we want to pass this type of information on and around to all the people that are working in this field or working on these issues. Let me see what that, I want to get the exact name of the Facebook group that we have because we've got it here. I don't want to have you searching and looking for something that you'd have a hard time locating. So let me pull up the BFTAA Facebook page. See what we can put together here for us. Yeah, I got the KUAW page, but we got more than that here. It's Black Family Technology Awareness. If you want to find out about the organization and some of the things we do or see what we post, please go to our Facebook page. It is Black Family Technology Awareness Association BFTAA. So if you just put in the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, or if you just put in BFTAA, you should get to us. So let's see if we can find out. I know I've got some new members in here. Just a second. Okay, yeah. I want you to go to the KC Black Tech Community. That's KC Black Tech Community. Those are all separate words. You can go there and you can find out things that are going on in the urban core and around that are about technology that's from people in our community or for people in our community, and that are, jobs are posted there and different things that you need to know. We've got one guy that's been posting tips from Google on the page, different things, a lot of information that's just ready for people out there, and Twitter to help you learn about technology and learn what's out there and what's available. So if you go to the Black Tech, KC Black Tech Community, you'll see some great information. You'll also see some photos from the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, from Esteem Village and the Porterhouse Group, from We Code KC, and just from individuals who are doing things, and showing you what's out there. It's just looking at a place from Black Achievers that a guy has an AI robot that is cooking in a wok, So there's things going on. So people are creating robots that can cook, can prepare meals, all of that. That's happening right now. And our kids need to learn that. And at We Code KC, they have a lot of ways that kids can learn in an interactive way. Kids learn to code in a fun and interactive way at We Code KC. So you want to get involved with these groups, please, if you got the chance, go to that Facebook page. If you don't have Facebook, shoot me an email. I can forward stuff to you just through a link so that you can just pull it up without being on Facebook, or if it's something that we can print out. But if you're interested in learning about technology or what's available in the community, contact the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. You can email us at bftaa@sbcglobal.net. We have an open public meeting that's going to be going on this Saturday from 11 to 12. We do a monthly meeting. We talk about the things that we're doing, but we'd also like to hear from the public. So if you'd like to be invited to the BFTAA public meeting, send me an email. We do it on Zoom. You can join in. You can participate. We're not a closed group. We want anybody and everybody that just wants to help get technology out to our community so that we can participate in this digital revolution that is going on, which is steadily moving forward at lightning speed, at the speed of light. And that's what we need to get our families and our kids involved in. Things are constantly changing. Robotics is coming along. AI, which is artificial intelligence, is really progressing. A lot of this stuff, and you hear about it in the news, you hear about programs, some of them good or people are using them wrong. Well, you need to learn about it. Your children need to be learning about it because there's career paths in cybersecurity. You hear about all the time that there's a lot of break-ins and people's information is getting stolen. Well, there's a big career field in cyber security where businesses are wanting to learn how to protect their information, learn how to protect their secrets and what they have going on, or to just protect the information that you get from them. So that's something that is very interesting and very needed in the community, and you should check it out. I was going to see if we have what's going on in the What's Up NASA field or what's up out in space, because right now it's the beginning of the month and you might want to see what's going on in the night sky. And I'll have to see if they got the one out for this month, because this is the 31st. They may have November's out, and this would be a good time to start. Nope, they don't have it out yet. So I'll give it to you next week, which will be about a week late, and we'll be missing some of the things going on. But it's a good program in watching the night sky, so to do some stargazing if you want to get involved in that. So be sure and check us out. Check out the information that we have. Also, don't forget, go out and vote. It's one thing to register. A lot of people get excited and register early and get in there. But then you also have to remember to exercise your voting rights. Be sure and get out and vote and do it intelligently. Read some of the amendments that are out there. Say, I was seeing some things about the marijuana bill that's out there, and some people don't like the way it's set up. So you may just get caught up in that you want to have marijuana be legalized, but then you don't read what all is going on or what the fine print is. You need to talk to your representatives, look at the bill that is up there now, and see how it's set up if you agree or disagree with it. But don't just vote on it because they say they're going to legalize marijuana. You know, that may be a little short-sighted right there. If you're looking to vote for legalizing marijuana, you want to make sure that it is a bill that is good for the community. But those are things that we always have to be aware of. Sometimes if we don't read, if we don't study, if we don't get information from other people, if we don't listen to both sides or to all sides of information or gather information from a lot of different sources so that we can critically judge what we want to do is what we need to be doing more of. Critical thinking requires that we get a lot of different information in so that we can make some good decisions. So we don't want to vote just on a single issue if there's a lot more at stake. We want to make sure that you're not getting hoodwinked by something that's going to happen on the blind side. So make sure that you stay involved with it. There's a lot of things that are going to be happening in technology and robotics and computers over the next few days. So we want you to get involved in that. Get your children involved in it. They can start young. If you go to the NASA site, you can start kids learning and working in technology at 4 and 5 years old. If you come to the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, we can start working with our robotics program with your kids at 9 years old. So we work with kids from 9 to 18 years old. We have a great group that are in there right now, but we have room for more. So if you would like to get your child involved in technology, contact the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. If we can't help you, we can maybe point you to a group in the right direction that can. Because we don't do everything. We're mainly robotics, but we do some computer classes. I want to talk to you about that. But there's other programs for youth in the city. And a lot of times we're in touch with those groups. We would gladly refer you to somebody else because it's not something that we're trying to hide, and what we're going to do, we're not going to tell you about some other things going on. No, if we're not doing it and we know somebody else that is doing it, we want you to go there because the key thing is to get our children involved, to get them involved in what we're doing. Another thing I want to tell you about that's ending right now, but we're looking at maybe starting it up and doing it 2 or 3 times a year. We had a program that's running for seniors to learn basic computer operation. That's for senior citizens, not seniors in school. To learn basic computer operation. And we've been having classes on Saturday and Thursday for that, and that's going to be coming to an end pretty soon. But we'd like to know if you would like to be involved in learning some basic computer knowledge and cell phone knowledge, just to get the basics. A lot of people, especially our older, our parents, our grandparents or so, may still be behind that digital curtain where they just a little bit afraid. They don't want to really, they want to know about getting on the computer, but they're scared they're going to break something or they'll mess something up. Well, we got classes that we're doing right now, and we're looking at incorporating them as an ongoing project that maybe do 2 or 3 times a year. And we would like for your input. So if you know somebody or if you have some questions or some comments about basic computer training for older adults, get in touch with us. Send us a note. You can reach us at BFTAA at sbcglobal.net, or you can email us at this KUAW radio site, or you can get us on our Black Family Technology Awareness site. We'd be glad to get as much information so that we can offer some classes, and they don't have to be at our site. We can come to your church or other places to have these sites to teach basic computers and do it at a time that's agreeable for seniors. A lot of times they don't want to come out late, so we want to do some programs that'll happen in the daytime, maybe between 12 and 3 o'clock, that we can do some classes with senior citizens at your community center, at your church, those type of things. So get in touch with the Black Family Technology Awareness Association and get involved in that also. So that's some of the things that we're doing. That's about all I've got to talk about today. As I said, I'm broadcasting from this remote location. You can see all my research materials and computers behind me, but I love this. This is what I like to do. This is what I do full time, basically, now, as I work with the internet and I try to get this technology information out to a lot of different people. So I hope that you got some information, or that if you want some more information, you'll get in touch with me. Be sure and check out the NASA site, www.nasa.gov. Even if you don't bring your kids out, there's a lot of things you can learn and do right at home. Some experiments and things that are age appropriate. If you have a kindergartner or a preschooler on up, then find some things that can get them involved in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics that is in their age range. There's things that they can be doing, they can be learning. We've got to strengthen this next generation so that they are ready to step in, step up, and really do the job for us. So thank you for joining. As I say once again, tune in to the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. Keep listening to KUAW Radio. If you have a group or an organization and you want to get some information out to the public, if you want to be on a show, if you have show ideas, contact us at KUAW. Contact us on Facebook, on YouTube, email us, kuaw@gmail.com. You can also call 816-599-6893 and leave a message. We'll get back in touch with you. 816-599-6893. And you can get in touch with the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, the KUAW Radio, and we'll be glad to work with you and let you know what we're doing. Don't forget, we're having an open meeting this Saturday on Zoom. If you'd like to get the Zoom link, just contact the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. If you're listening to us on Facebook or on YouTube, put a note in the comments of how we can email you, and we'll send you a link. From 11 to 12 o'clock this Saturday, the BFTAA monthly meeting will be happening. This is George Walker for the Black Family Technology Awareness Association and for Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom Radio, KUAW. We're glad that you're listening. Be sure and get involved in STEM, get involved in your community, and let's get together again next week from 5 to 5:45, KUAW Radio, right here. Thank you for listening, and have a great, and keep listening to KUAW Radio. Yeah, I wanted to mention that. We're broadcasting 24 hours a day, so when I go off here, there's still shows that are going to be on our audio-only side. Our video side is where we do a lot of our live shows or some of the pre-recorded shows that you may have missed. But on our radio side, we broadcast 24 hours a day. So if you go to Get Me Radio, if you go to, if you've got a smart speaker like a Google or Amazon speaker, tell it to play KUAW Radio. Go to the TuneIn app. The TuneIn app, if you go there and search for KUAW, we're there. If you do Get Me Radio, if you've got a Roku, go in there and search on their radio stations for KUAW Radio. We play some old school music. We play some news and information. We play a lot of news shows that you don't hear on regular every day, where they're talking about union organizing or where they're talking about the ecology and how the world is being treated. We've got a lot of good shows on. They're on 24 hours a day. If you go to our webpage, you can see the links. That's on www.kuaw.org. And you can press on any of those links that are there, and it'll start playing from one of the radio sites that carry us. So we're on a lot of different radio sites, and we carry a lot of different shows. If you want to hear Warren Ballantyne and the Truth Finders, we're here. If you want to hear the Quiet Storm, Heavy Storm, Quiet Storm that we play, it's here. If you want to hear Blues Time in the City, we got it right here. The BJ Murphy Show, it is here. So we have a lot of shows that are syndicated that are here. And then we have shows from local DJs. Professor Smooth Jazz does a show. He plays smooth jazz 3 times a week right here on Thursday and on Friday. So check out Professor Smooth Jazz, and then check out some of the other jazz shows, the blues shows, some of the old school music. Just listen to KUAW Radio. Put it in on your phone, so when you're driving your car, hook up that Bluetooth connection and turn on KUAW and listen to us as you drive across the country. You can pick us up. We're international. This is Kansas City's global community radio station, KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. I want to thank everyone that joined us today. I see you on here. April, I'm glad that you're here. B. Michael's here checking us out. Mr. McMillan, Ron, glad you're here. And surely don't want to leave out the better half, Ms. Walker, that's listening to us right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope that you found this enjoyable. As I said, you'll see us again next week. We're here every Monday from 5 to 5:45. This is KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community radio station, and the BFTAA and More Show. This is George Walker signing off.